Hey, good morning. Welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here on my deck in the daylight, doing what I do for you. Got a good one for you this morning. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get this thing started. Right thinker, writers in 25 years to live by, storyteller, story with a message. Put a message in the story for life. These are life lessons I'm giving them. All you gotta do is tune in and receive them. Keep doing what you're doing. I got you. All right. Right thinker's mission is to enlighten, give you something, inspire, hope you get to do something, educate, give you more information, and motivate you, the individual, to get up off yourself and get a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, getting to know yourself a little better. All right? Right thinker's way of life, and it is a way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment. Right thinkers, that's what we want to do, aka know thyself. And that's the question I ask, and you should be asking yourself until you come up with the right answer. Continue to ask. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not but knows that they know not is simple. I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believes that they know, avoid them. They're dangerous. Trust me. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. Should be waking up. That's my job. Come on, I'll wake you up. I can do that for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons that reside in you, know thyself, right thinkers, and always to Maya be true. Gotta keep that balance in your life. I'm about to explain a good one for you today. It's the thing I call taking advice. Right thinkers? Let's talk about taking advice for life. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm a teacher. Yeah, I'm a sage. I'm a master of myself. But I get advice from somebody. Close friends and people who I respect and admire. That's where I take advice from. Watch this. Got some good advice this week, so I'm sharing it. You know who you are. Thank you. Here you go. In life, before we can give advice, we have to take advice. That's why we have parents. They're the first teachers in life. School teachers is for educational purpose. Parents are for life lessons. Parents, let's get on our job. We done fell off. That's another lesson. I ain't getting there, but yeah, you had to learn first. All right. I think that the advice you give, and parents, this should be important. You should use it yourself. Don't sit there and smoke and drink until your kids don't do it and they see you doing it. That's a bad example. Set good examples and they'll be followed. Trust me. That's why I live by principles, morals, and rules. Once you understand what you should be doing, you will get better at it. It's called acquiescing. My great grandmother gave me my life advice that I still use to this day. That's life lessons. I want the lessons that I'm giving you to carry on through your life so you could keep it going. Why? Because they're lessons that you can live by. I ain't got a bunch of jibber jabber or slick talk for you. I got life lessons. This is real. Okay, your boy, P Funk. I'm keeping it real. All right, here you go. Now, I tell you, I know good advice lasts for a lifetime. Trust me, truth don't change. It is what it is. If it was that 20 years ago, guess what? It's still that today. 100, you get the point. I ain't gonna beat that horse. All right, moving on. My parents gave me life advice that I gave to my children. I told my son, my man, I'm sorry, but if it was good enough for me, that's all I got for you. I ain't got nothing else. So yeah, I pass it on. Tradition got to be kept because somebody got to see to it that it's kept. We lost the family reunion. We lost family gathering. Now, family reunions at every funeral. When somebody died, we get together. Don't get me started with that. The lesson about that one too. That's a good idea. But now let's go. Advice is listening to your friends. A friend, if they see you distressed, they see you a little out of sorts, they're not gonna let you go out half cocked. They're not gonna let you just nope. They're gonna give you good advice. I appreciate that. As a Mason, as the master of my lodge, my job is to give what I call good and wholesome advice for their labors. Their labors is their living, their lifestyle. Give them something that they can live with. Sorry about that. All right, here you go. Now, I have friends who I have respect for, and I take their advice, and it worked. So I got nothing but more respect. Why? Because you did me solid. I appreciate that. All right, here you go. Yeah, I always go to my pastor, which is my best friend in life, and he give me biblical advice because this is what he do. This is how he live. And again, pastor, you're right on point. It's amazing. So even when you're learning how to live, and you're getting better, or you get different information on how to live, and when it become affirmed, I got to show respect where it's due to my dudes. I appreciate that. All right, I give my friends the same advice and respect I give my children. I don't change. I don't get that I'm this way with you, I'm that way with you. I don't do none of that. I am who I am. I'm going to be this way whether you like it or not. All right, sorry about that. If you give good advice, you will be asked again. Why? Because if it worked, they'll come back. My kids always come to me for advice about life, and I always tell them the truth. And it works for them, so they come back. I asked my son, last time I gave some advice, he said, last time I asked, that's how it's done. But if it's there, it's like having something and don't need it. It's better to have that than need something and don't have it. I hear the complaint about the parents about, once you're grown, parents no longer got to deal with this. Take control of your situation. Take control of yourself. Okay, that's my advice. All right, here you go. Now, I'm a good teacher. Hopefully, I think I am. But that's because I was a good student. I learned my lesson so I can teach the lesson. It's windy out here. But you just can't consider or think you teach something because you just run up at the mouth. No, if you ain't learned nothing, I ain't going there. All right, here you go. Let's go. I was a good student. I guess that's why I become a good teacher. That's the whole idea. Bad students don't make good teachers. I'm just saying. Okay. My advice is only the rules I live by. My right thinking concepts, I live by them. The principle I tell you, I live by that. I teach and I give life advice that I know works. Why? Because I use it. I don't give advice I don't use. That's just me. All right. If you want the truth, you can just ask me the question. I'll give it to you. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. I'm giving you the truth. That's what you asked me for. I'm not responsible for how you take the truth. I'm just giving it. I'm the messenger. I'm just delivering the message. I'm the advisor. I'm just giving the advice. If you like it, fine. Not, don't mean it wasn't bad advice. If you don't take my advice, you can't say it was good or bad. But if you take my advice and it works for you, then I know I did my job by you. I have a daughter. All right, she calls me only for life advice. You know why? Because she's got a master's degree in academia and environmental studies, and she's going for a PhD. So she don't need my advice in that. But in life, Pop Smurf is right there. I love her, and she's doing her thing. All right, that's another lesson. Sorry about that. She don't like I put her on display. So I like that. All right, here you go. I use the advice I give. My advice to anybody. In order to give advice, you should be using that advice. Telling somebody what somebody told you or it sound good and you can pass it along, that's not good advice. All right, here you go. I have always lived by the advice that I give to anyone, not just my kids, not just my friends, strangers, anybody. I live by my tenets that I set forth for myself. All right, if I don't know the advice to give you, meaning I have no experience of what you're asking me, I'm gonna tell you, I can't help you. I don't know. My son has called me with business. That ain't my thing, son. I can't help you there. Okay, no problem. I'm not gonna say your bill of goods. So if you don't know, it's easier for me to tell you what I don't know. Why? I don't know. I gotta break down and explain what I do know. Teaching ain't easy. Okay, so yeah, I'm not beat for trying to prove how smart I am by telling you a whole bunch of nonsense to make you think I'm smart. But if you find out what I told you don't pan out, so how smart are you? I had that dealt with me, so I don't go that way. All right, here you go, where I'm at. Okay, here you go. I will only give you advice that I live by. That's right thinking, philosophy. If you ain't doing it, don't tell nobody else to do it. If it ain't working for you, don't pass it on. All right, that's bad advice. All right, where you at? All right, why would you tell someone to do something that you don't do? Again, they see you. If you say this and you do this, you're a hypocrite. And most of us are hypocrites and don't even know it, but don't realize because you said this, but you do this. I do what I say. That's the point of preventing yourself from looking like a hypocrite for people who really watching. I want to advise you on something I have no knowledge of. Again, if it's not my area of spirituality and God, street life, I'm out. Why? Those things that I know. I ain't no shame in my game. All right, here you go. I'm wrapping up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Let's do it. Right thinking is listening to your elders and your friends in life. In life, young people, trust me on this one. Listen to the elders, but show them some respect. And elders, when you're talking to the young ones, show them some respect, but don't BS them. Be honest and truthful with them. That's how you gain their respect. All right, here we go. Now, I seek counsel, okay, yeah, from those people who I respect and admire, who, when I go to them with life situations, they're always there for me, been there for me. So I don't have new counsel, okay? I won't seek advice from someone who shows me they don't know themselves. I have spiritual advisors. I have biblical advisors. I also have life advisors. So at every phase of life, at every turn of life, I have somebody there to help you along the way. I don't make this stuff up. I don't just come up with it on my own. I have the people who I consult with, and I take their advice in life. Okay. I give. Oh, it's about to rain. I got to go. I'm gonna have to say. Oh no! I show my elders respect by listening to what they say and doing what they tell me to do. I can always go to my mom. My best advisor in life is your parents. You should be able to depend on them to be truthful and honest with you. I am one. I have one. Everybody should be one. I appreciate you tuning in. I got to go. I'll be back, bro.